What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. This is part 2 of season 4, episode 7. And the title of this episode is Who's Crying Now? Let's start off with Ed and Rose. So it's the next morning. And Rose says that her and Ed were not, and I repeat, were not intimate when the producer posed this question. She explained the night as them exchanging I love yous and going to bed. Ed, on the other hand, first chance he gets, he sings like a canary and has no problems putting their business out there. He says they did in fact make love. Where's my bucket? Just in case I gotta throw up. Adding that he feels on cloud 9 and can't wait to do it again. So moving on, Ed tells the camera crew that Rose having hair on her legs seems less feminine and gross. Ed tells her that either she shaves her legs or she has to kiss him. Now, if Rose didn't hop out of that bed with the quickness, boy, I'm telling you, she hopped out of that bed like she just won the lottery and goes to shave them legs. She's like, I ain't trying to kiss you. I done kissed you enough last night. So yeah, let me go ahead and just shave these legs. So he wants Rose to do all these things, but what is he bringing to the table? Number one, we did not see Ed take a shower, but he had Rose take a shower. So you nasty, number one. You ain't take no shower after you been sweating all day. You was in that black, so I know you was sweating because he commented on the fact that it's real hot in the Philippines. So I know you was sweating in that all black, them satin shorts you had on, silk or satin, whatever they was. I know he was hot. And he came in and didn't even shower, but made her shower. Let's move on. Ed tells the producer when Rose goes to the bathroom that he thinks the champagne got Rose really excited because the next thing he knew, they were making love. Oh my God, y'all. I'm no more good. I'm no more good. He then tells the producer that he is concerned about meeting Rose's family and also brings up the fact that her sister wanted money from him and told him not to tell Rose. So did anyone else notice? Did anyone else notice when Ed went to get up and get ready and go to the bathroom that there was a white patch on the back of his boxers? I'm throwing up in my mouth as we just talk about this. As I speak on it, I feel like I'm about to throw up. I really do. So in the next scene, Ed and Rose get a taxi and go to Rose's home. On the way there, Ed is full of questions like, do they have AC? And Rose is like, no, I have a fan. Now, if he was all that concerned about her living arrangements, he should have told her to send him a video or a picture, like give him a tour or something so that he could be prepared to stay there. So he knew she stayed in a village. I tell you, one thing Rose is proud of is her hometown. She seemed very proud of where she comes from, and I admire her for that. She may not have much, but at least she's not ashamed of where she comes from. Ed, on the other hand, is already judging. On the whole ride there, he's judging her up and down. Now, if this is someone you love, you don't do things like this. You keep your comments to yourself, really, even if you're thinking it. Just keep your comments to yourself. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Lisa and Usman. So Usman left again and came back at 2 o'clock in the morning after their little dispute. Usman says that Lisa is more bossy than a typical Nigerian woman, and it's more intense in person. Usman tells the producer that he feels like anything that he does is not enough and that he's kind of tired of it. He's worried that he's sacrificing too much for the music industry because we all know that his sole purpose is to get to America so that he could be the king of R&B. Oh God. Lisa comes in talking about, let's just get it straight. Nobody is perfect, so you need to make up your mind and make it up quick. She's still trying to regulate and control this situation. And this is it's not going to work that way. He tells Lisa that, to be honest, he's scared about her because if she's like this in Nigeria, what if he comes to the United States? Lisa tries interrupting him and says, what do you want to do in this? And Usman says that he's trying to let her know how important he takes her, adding that he's never insulted her. He has too much respect for her. But she, on the other hand, insults him, and he just sits there and takes it. He says if he's receiving this type of treatment now, what will happen if he goes to America where he has nobody to run to? Lisa responds that he is very insecure about the relationship and that the trip is very stressful. Lisa starts making up excuses. She says that she hasn't had a good amount of rest since she's been there, that she's in a foreign country, and she's tired off of the 5-hour difference. Like, really? Lisa, baby girl Lisa. Like, really? Lisa adds that it's just a small thing that they have to get through, but she doesn't want to give up on him. And Usman is like, well, if it's a small thing, then we should be able to tackle it. Lisa wants to sweep their problems under the rug with no solution or talk on how to better move forward. This whole scene, let's talk about how dry Lisa looked. Oh my God. Ashy and dry and ashy. Woo, child. Just a dry, ashy mess, girl. Lisa, baby girl Lisa, get it together, sweetie. Please, you need a little pop of something. She ain't had no lip gloss on, no mascara on, a little bit of blush or contour. Slick your hair back, brush it, do something, baby girl Lisa. Woo! Moving on. You can comment down below on Lisa and Usman in that scene if you want to. Let's move on to Geoffrey and Varya. So when Geoffrey and Varya arrive to meet Varya's mother, Geoffrey is like, oh, this is it? To me, this dude thinks he's better and he's very judgmental, in my opinion. Comment down below. Varya is very excited to see her mom, and Geoffrey greets her mother with those old roadside field flowers that any animal that was walking through there could have peed on. And it's just, I would have looked at him like, I'm not touching that. It's probably pests, different stuff crawling all on the stuff. No. Her mother says that her first impressions are good and that Geoffrey seems pleasant. And I'm just like, mother, just wait. He's not as pleasant as you think, okay? He's not as pleasant as you think. Her mom is not good with the distance this relationship with Geoffrey would possibly take her daughter to. Geoffrey is very insensitive, telling Varya's mother that Varya already lives a 5-hour flight away. I mean, who says that? He has no respect for women and their feelings. Her mother then says to Geoffrey, can we trust you? Are you honest? Geoffrey responds to her mother, yeah, of course, yeah. Get this liar out of here. He still hasn't told Varya about his past and is hoping that she won't walk away from him forever once she finds out about his criminal past. Now, I'm just over him because there's a lot of things that transpired and he was just jumping down Varya's back and upset with her and all this mess he was pulling. And he hasn't even been honest. So it's like, how can you say I'm not honest about something and you have been withholding important information that you should be letting somebody know that you're dating or you're trying to get serious with? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Yolanda. Yolanda. So it's been about 4 days and Williams is back to ghosting Yolanda. After her daughter's investigation, she wants answers but doesn't want to offend him. Like, what do you mean, sis? What do you mean? You don't want to offend him, but you over here trying to figure out if this dude is who he really says that he is. You ain't heard from him in 4 days, but you don't want to offend him. And he has no problem ghosting you and offending you. The man that claims to love you, the man that is who he says that he is. Poor baby. Yolanda, poor baby. Ooh, I just want to give her a hug. Poor baby. Now, Yolanda is blowing up his phone for an explanation and nothing. So she decides to text him. She says in her heart, she still wants to be hopeful and doesn't want to believe that he's scamming her. Oh, Jesus. Let us pray. Let us pray. Father, help our dear sister Yolanda. Because Yolanda, she's blind. She's turned a deaf ear. She has put blinders on thine eyes and she cannot see clearly. Help her. help her to see. Open her eyes. I know she's lonely, but help her find her way. Amen. I just had to pray for Yolanda real quick. So over the next 2 days, she still continued to reach out and nothing. One day, after continuously reaching out, she gets an email. Now, the email is demanding money or they will harm her or leak private photos of her. If this doesn't tell you right here, now, if I really believed her storyline, if this doesn't tell you right here, baby girl, you being scammed, then I don't know what will, especially if you say that he's the only person you sent photos to like that. So what do you think? You ain't heard from him in 4 days. Come on. The signs are there, Yolanda. Yolanda. Listen, Yolanda, listen. She says that Williams is the only person she sent nudes to, but she believes that he was hacked and that somehow got her email and the photos by hacking him. Yolanda, sweetie, please stop the madness. Now, I saw while she was texting him, one of the texts said, "Are you a Nigerian? ... baby? ? And the worst actress award goes to Yolanda from Las Vegas. She says that this would be a major betrayal if she was to find out that this was Williams. I'm so done. Moving on. Comment down below if you want to on this madness, but I am moving on. Let's move on to Stephanie and Ericka, the other fakes from this season. They're another storyline I just don't believe. I don't believe. So Stephanie continues showering Ericka with gifts, and she's the one who came to Australia. I'm trying to understand. How I see it is Ericka should be showering her with gifts and making sure that she's enjoying her stay. Now, over dinner, Ericka tells Stephanie her feelings for her are very strong. Stephanie then questions her on the fact that she saw a dating app on her phone and wants to know, would she be willing to delete the app? Now, Ericka tells her there's a business side to the dating app and that she doesn't use it for the dating side. Ericka tells her that if she doesn't have faith in her, then how is the relationship going to work? And then she proceeds to delete the app with a whole attitude. I mean, this girl is really irritated. You could tell she's mad that she has to do this. To me, that's not really a good sign, because someone who loves you would have no problem just deleting it. And honestly, if you're entering into a serious relationship and talking about a future with someone, then you shouldn't still have a dating app on your phone. I don't care if there is a business side to it. Now, comment down below your thoughts. When do you think it's the right time to delete dating apps? So Ericka feels like Stephanie doesn't trust her and says buying her presents doesn't mean she gets to control her. They begin arguing, okay? And Ericka gets up and leaves the dinner table, snatching off her little tiara, and tells her she's not her princess. Like, what? The whole scene was a joke. And again, I'm not buying their storyline. Comment down below. Let's move on. Moving on to Ed and Rose. So they have arrived at Rose's village, and here comes her son Prince running up to his mom. Rose knows that she ought to be a doggone shame of herself, making that little boy call Ed daddy. Prince seems scared of Ed at first sight. And it's clear that she starts forcing him to call Ed daddy. And Ed is like, who am I? Like, I'm so disgusted by his behavior. I'm trying to stop laughing. So after his daughter sees this, okay, she's never going to forgive him. He could go ahead and hang that up. It's a wrap. It's done. The relationship is over. Okay. He next meets Rose's sister, and she tells the cameras that now that she's met Ed in person, he's much smaller than her and a bit fat. Woo, that was pretty rude. Okay. Pretty brutal. Pretty upfront. Wow. Okay. So he feels awkward because of the situation where she, which is Marie, Rose's sister, came to him for money. When Ed gets inside her home, he's super rude, in my opinion, by saying, "Where are the windows?" after Rose says, "What do you think of my home?" Ed doesn't stop there. He's like, "There's no flying bats and cockroaches." Like, why say all of that in front of her family, dude? So rude, so nasty and so rude. He had all that time to question her, but yet he was more concerned and more invested about her past, an STD test, and loosening her up with a bottle of the most expensive champagne in that hotel. So moving on, they all sit down to eat, and Rose's father finally joins the table. Ed is sweating bullets, and that shirt that he has on is already soaked. From the time he got out of that taxi, that shirt was about 50% soaked. When he got in her place, it was 120% soaked. He should have brought one of those like portable fans that you can wear as a necklace. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that before? It's a portable necklace and it has like a string that looks like almost like a shoelace, and you put it around your neck and you can, fan yourself. You can put water in it. You spray yourself and then put the fan on. It cools you down. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. So moving on, Ed says to Rose's dad, is he okay with him dating her because he's 1 year older than him? And chuckles as though it's cute or something. That's not cute, dude. Her father tells the camera crew that he is not sure about the relationship of Ed and Rose because they met on the internet. He wants to know if Ed is serious or not. So he then questions Ed on his intentions by coming to the Philippines. Ed tells her dad that his intentions with Rose is to get to know her, no games, and go from there. That's a little boy response. That's not a grown man response that knows what he wants. I don't know if he was chicken or scared to say what his real intentions were. I don't know. But that's a little boy response. That ain't no grown man response. Now, what type of flippant response is that? I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just mind blown. Ed knows that he needs to keep it 100. His intentions have been to make Rose his wife. So he's been saying to make her his wife and Prince his stepson and take care of them. So why didn't he just say that? I mean, just getting to know her wouldn't be already trying to propose and sleep with her. But he's already done one of those things. So if he doesn't carry his sweaty self somewhere, go take a shower and lay down, I'm over him for real. I'm really over him. I don't think that Rose liked that response, okay? Because when he tried to shift off of that by giving a toast, her face said it all. Ed is still concerned about her sister Marie and worries that Rose was in on it. He adds that he worries that he could be her meal ticket out of the Philippines. But let's just be real. He would be. She lives in a village, okay? So anything better than what she currently has would be considered an upgrade. But this is the woman you chose and you plan to propose to. So shut up, Ed. He acts like he is just such a prize. I'm just over it. You are not the prize, boo-boo. You're not the prize. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to Darcey. So Darcey tells Tom that she knows about his new girl. She want to get straight to it. Bump all that other stuff. I want to know about this woman in the photo. So Tom says while Darcey and he were on a break, he met someone else and adds that she loves him the way that he wants to be loved. Tom claims that he didn't tell Darcey that he met someone else because he felt confused about a few things. I think he knew exactly what he was doing by sending that photo of him with a new woman to Florian, Stacy's fiance. He knew he'd then show Stacy, and Stacy would then tell Darcey and show her. I mean, he wanted to spark up something. That's obvious. So Darcey says that she's not okay with that and says that it hurts to know the truth. She felt like they were both trying to figure out where they stood with each other. Tom tells her that she was too occupied with Jesse on her mind and says after a while, he started to love Darcey like a sister. Darcey feels he's trying to spin everything on her and is totally gaslighting her. What do y'all think? I'm curious to know your thoughts on this scene. Is Tom gaslighting Darcey and doing to her exactly what Jesse did to Darcey? Tom tells her that he wants to remain friends and Darcey is like, nah, I'm good. I want to walk away completely and have a fresh start. She tells him to move on with his life, that she wants nothing to do with him, and that he's nothing to her. Tom responds, I'm glad, and try not to ruin the next relationship. Darcey basically says, check please, and she'll pay for his coffee. I wouldn't have paid for nothing. I would have got up and left. He could pay for it. Now, Darcey is unbalanced and an emotional wreck. We all know this. But when he said that she put on some weight, I was like, hold up there, Playboy. Hold up, wait a minute, Tom. Tom and TLC got together and planned this breakup for ratings. They were trying to recreate how Jesse did her, and I think that it's wrong for them to play on someone who is already unstable. Okay? I mean, wasn't he the one who was sending her photos of him in his 20s because he wasn't confident with his weight? He was straight up catfishing her. And now that he's lost some weight, he feels like it's cool to comment negatively on someone else's weight, especially a woman at that. His sister is a full-figure woman, for crying out loud. In that moment, he was very distasteful and rude for that remark towards her. I think it's really classless and not gentlemanlike for a man to sit and argue back and forth with a woman. Once he saw her energy, I feel like he could have got up and removed himself from the table. He seen where it was going. It wasn't going anywhere. Things weren't happening. If he had genuine intentions going into this thing and he seen it wasn't falling into place like he had hoped, he could have removed himself from that situation. So Darcey pays the bill and walks out, leaving him sitting at the table alone. Tom is full of it, saying that he went to meet her hoping that it was something left worth holding on to. He adds that this is final between him and Darcey. Darcey stands outside crying, saying that Tom is not perfect and he's not someone that she wants to be around, adding she didn't deserve that from him. I need you all to comment down below your thoughts. I really do. What are your thoughts on Darcey and Tom and how this whole scene played out on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days? This was part 2 of season 4, episode 7. Again, the title of this episode was Who's Crying Now? A lot of people was crying. Was a lot of people crying? Maybe it was just Darcey. I don't know. So give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with a friend who also loves watching 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.